Annyeonghaseyo! Hello everyone! So welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I'm gonna teach you how to create this everyday fresh makeup look. So just keep on watching. So for my primer, I'm gonna use the Touch in Sol No Pore Problem Primer. I like this primer because it's really moisturizing and at the same time, it makes my makeup last longer. For my base, I'm gonna be using the Cosar X Clear Fit Blemish Cushion. So it claims here that it has Centella asiatica extract, which is practically really good for people who have sensitive skin. The really good thing about this product is that you have the benefit of both makeup and skincare since it has SPF 47. I'm going to do spot concealing of the problem areas by using this Sun and Park Custom Concealer Kit. This kit comes in 3 shades. So I have the Sublime Pink, which is a salmon pink shade, perfect for covering dark circles. Dark Beige, which reduces the saturation and brightness of a dull skin. And Bright Beige to cover sunspots, freckles, and other problem areas. So I'm just spot concealing all the problem areas that I see like redness and acne marks. Since I have dark under eyes, so I'm gonna use this Chica y Chico Matte Fix Matte Concealer. This concealer has a really good coverage and it won't crease at all. I like to use the Chateau La Beauté as my lip and cheek tint because it really gives me that natural look. It's like you're blushing naturally, which is really perfect for every day. And it smells really good. I like to apply my lip and cheek tint first before the powder because it just makes blending easier, right? So I'm just setting my face with a supernatural finishing skin powder. So I really like this product because it has a really good oil control, especially that I have combination to oily skin type. Just give your face a tap of it and the oil is gone. This is currently my favorite eyebrow product, and in all of the eyebrow tint that I have tried or tattoo, this is the best, guys. Trust me. Mine lasted for around 10 days and it looks pretty good. Don't put too much pressure when applying this product because this could be really pigmented and it could last 8 days. Since I don't have an eyelid primer, so let's do a DIY eyelid primer by using a concealer and topping it with a translucent powder so it won't crease. I have here the 16 Bricket Shadow Heat number 10 in Choco. So I'm going to use this top brown color as my transition color. I'm going to apply it all over my lids and just make sure you blend it really well. This palette has a combination of shimmer shades and also matte shades. The Hamish Brick Brown palette is actually my favorite palette as of now because it has a really good pigmentation and also it has a combination of matte and shimmery shades. So you can pretty much create a lot of makeup looks using this palette. So I'm just going to apply the shade Cold Red Brick and make sure that you blend it really well. So I'm just outlining my lash line with a shade Cold Dark Brick as well as the lower lash line, but only half of the lower lash line. I'm aiming for a natural look, so I mostly use nude colors for this. And then I'm just gonna apply the shade called Salmon Thick at the crease area and lightly blend it with a red brick. For an everyday makeup, I prefer to use brown eyeliner rather than black because I think black is too intense. So I use the Nika Face 8 Base Tattoo Brow as my eyeliner, but don't worry, I was able to take it off. So I just curled my lashes and I applied my falsies, and after that I curled my lashes again in order to combine my natural eyelashes and the false eyelashes. For my mascara, I'm gonna use the Peripera Earring Lash Cara in number 1. What I like about this is that it's really long lasting and it also volumizes and lengthens my lashes. One thing that I did not like about this product is that it's too liquidy, so it could smudge during application, but once it sets on the lashes, it's okay. I'm aiming for a gradient lip effect, so I'm using the Chateau La Beauté Wine Tint. And as you can see, I only applied it at the center of my lids and then smudging it using my pinky. So here's a mini skit for you. I hope you like it. am using the Hamish Artless Glow as my primer. I like this because it's 3-in-1. It's moisturizer, sunscreen, and primer. I'm using the COSRX Clear Fit Blemish Cushion in the shade number 23. I like it that you can go natural or full coverage with this cushion. I'm just gonna do spot concealing this time because I want to cover all the redness and other problem areas on my skin. So I'm using the Sun and Park Custom Cover Concealer Kit. And I'm using the shade Light Beige. I am aiming for a drunk blush look, so I'm using this Airfit Cushion Blusher in the shade OR01. And then I'm just applying it on my cheek area and of course a little bit on the nose. Since I have combination to oily skin type, so I'm gonna set my face with a So Natural translucent powder and I'll be using the Kicho powder brush. This powder has a good oil control and it's perfect for people who have combination to oily skin type like me. I tried to make my eyebrows as straight as possible, but this is it. So I used the Nakeup Face 8 Days Tattoo Brow as my eyebrow product and I really love it because this one is really long lasting. I really do not invest on eyelid primer, so I always create my own. And this time, I'm gonna use the Chica y Chico Matte Fix Matte Concealer and I'm topping it with a translucent powder and this will serve as my primer. And now let's proceed with the eyeshadow. So I'm using this 16 Bricket shadow and I'm using the shade called Rose Macaron and I am applying it all over my lids. You can use a brush for it but I prefer using my finger so I want to make it look as natural as possible. And then I'm just applying the darker shade called Hazelnut Syrup on the outer V of my lids. Instead of using an eyeliner for this, so I'll be using the darkest shade from the Hamish Brick Brown palette and I'm using the shade called Dark Brick and I'm just outlining my lash line using the Kicho smudge brush. I want it to look natural, so instead of using black color, I use a brown color. Wearing falsies is optional, but yeah, I'm gonna use one and then I'm just curling my lashes. After that, make sure that you apply the Peripera Airwing Lash Cara in number 1 long lash. I like it because this one is really long lasting and it really volumizes my lashes as well. And it's smudge proof. I'm just gonna highlight the inner corner of my eyes using the shade called Honey Gold from the Hamish palette and using the Kicho concealer brush. Highlighting your inner corners will surely help in making your eyes look more awake. I'd like to explore a little bit, so I'm using this Airfit cushion as my lip tint and of course I'm adding the Chateau La Beauté on top. But instead of applying it all over my lips, I'm just gonna put a small dot on my upper and lower lip. And then I'm just gonna spread it using my pinkies so that I will have that gradient lip look. Okay, here's the final look guys, and there's a surprise at the ending. Priming your face is one of the most essential part of doing your makeup because it will surely make your makeup last longer. For this, I'm using the Touch in Sol No Pore Problem Primer. If you're looking for a cushion with a good coverage, then I would recommend this COSRX Clear Fit Blemish Cushion because it has a really good coverage and it has SPF 47. For the blush, I'm using this Airfit Cushion Blusher in the shade number OR01. I really like this blusher and I was really surprised that there is a blusher cushion. And then I'm just adding the Chateau La Beauté Wine Lip Tint just to make sure that my blush looks more intense. Make sure that you blend it really well. So now I'm just gonna set my face with this powder from So Natural and I'll be using the Kicho powder brush. I love this powder. It has a really good oil control, guys. I am defining my brows using this Nakeup Face Tattoo Brow because I am aiming for that eyebrows on flick look. to make sure that my eyebrows are on fleek. So I'm just cleaning up the excess product and highlighting my brow bone using the Sun & Part Custom Cover Concealer Kit and also the Ketchup Concealer Brush. This concealer will also highlight my brow bones. Now it's time to create our DIY eyelid primer. So I'm using the Chica y Chico Matte Fix Concealer in the shade number 23 and I'm just blending it out. And then I'm topping it with the So Natural Finishing Skin Powder just to make sure that it won't crease. I will be using two palettes for this look, and this is the first one, the Hamish Eye Palette Brick Brown, and also the Kicho Eyeshadow Brush. So I am using the shade Gold Sand Brick as my transition color, so I'm just applying it all over my lids. This shade will make blending much easier. The next palette that I'm going to be using is the Chonsunghwa 16 Briquette Shadow. Just combining these two shades called Deep Brownie and Melting Ganache. I am applying it at the outer V of my eyelids in order to give that smoky effect. Going back to the Hamish Brick Brown palette, I am using the shade called Honey Gold at the inner thirds of my eyelids. And then I have the Tony Moly Black Gel Eyeliner in the shade number 1. And I am also using the Kicho Eyeliner brush. I like this brush since it has a precision tip. So I'm just doing my eyeliner but way thicker than before because I am aiming for that really bad girl look. So now I'm just removing the tape and bam, it's as sharp as a sword. And then I'm just applying my falsies, and of course, never ever forget applying mascara. This mascara is really long lasting, although it's kind of tricky to apply. And then I'll be using the Melting Ganache shade from the Briquette Shadow just to outline half of my lower lash line. And then the shade Cold Cinnamon to highlight my brow bones, my nose bridge, and as well as my chin. Okay, let's get creative and use these two shades Cold Cinnamon Powder and Deep Brownie to highlight our cheekbones. So I'm just applying the Chateau La Beauté like a liquid matte lipstick. And then I'm just topping it with the shade Cold Melting Ganache from the 16 brand Briquette Shadow Hit in order to make it a little bit darker and has a little shimmer on it. And yes, now that we're done with the makeup, let's go over with the props.
나의 두 눈을 감으면 떠오르는 그 눈동자 자꾸 가슴이 시려
What?